What's going on, guys? My name is Zach, and in this video I'm going to talk briefly about how I manage my calendar and my schedule. So basically I use Google Calendar. If you don't use Google Calendar, I don't know what you're doing, I'm sorry. But anyways, so what I do is I took Google Calendar and I put a widget on my phone, so it's the first thing I see. And so anytime I'm talking to someone out in the world, basically what I do is immediately after we're talking in conversation, I'll be like, oh yeah, you want to do this week or this next week or what day, what time, and I'll stand there and I'll just be like, oh yeah, actually I have my calendar right here, and I click the button and it's already like here. A lot of times people will be like, oh wow, you have a lot going on. Well, it's just because I organize my calendar this way. So let's say next Friday, which is the 16th, I want to do something, and I say, oh, let's do something at 3 p.m. The first thing I do is I said add guest, and I said, hey, throw in your email, and they type in their email. I give them my phone, and they type in their email, and that takes about 5-10 seconds. And then after that, I don't need them anymore, because what I do is I titled it whatever we're doing, if we're grabbing dinner, and I put in parentheses the two people who were involved, me and another person, or if it's 3 or 4 or whatever it is, whether it's dinner, a business meeting, or whatever. So then you can add the time and the date, and you can also add location. I add location a lot, and then I also add notifications sometimes if it's really important. And then the other important thing is I have all my calendars at the same time. So if it's one's for personal, one's for business, or whatever, I can just immediately click which calendar I want to use it for. So it's very, very simple and quick. I get my calendar scheduled within probably like 10-15 seconds now of talking to someone, and I always have something on the calendar, on the schedule. It's never an issue. I mean, I hire a personal assistant to do stuff with me sometimes, but it's actually faster if I do it myself versus a personal assistant. Probably if I train them to do exactly what I'm doing, but they're not with me 24/7, then it's kind of like, then I have to text the personal assistant saying, hey, this so and so wants to meet at this time, can you set this up on our calendar, blah blah blah. That's probably an extra like 5 minutes, and if they're not at their phone, it's gonna be an extra like 10-15 minutes. Then by the time the person already got their notification on their phone from an email, we already finished that conversation, and they probably forgot who I am or what we're doing. So that's why it's very important to get things on your calendar as fast as possible and out of your head. There's a lot of other productivity tips that I do or don't do and should do probably. And it's funny, I just finished watching a video on how productivity is bullshit by Sam Ovens, which is true. It's just like instead of writing a bunch of lists of stuff to do, just write on a piece of paper and just start getting shit done, which is what I try to do every single day. But overall, in terms of the calendar, I do believe that calendar is not a productivity thing. Calendar is a priority thing, which is something that you must and need to do. So that is my tip of the day. Today's Tuesday, so it's the Tuesday tip of the day. If you want to hear more, I have a software company. We do automations, and we build apps, and we do a lot of cool software stuff. So if you have any questions, if you want to work with us, feel free to reach out, and have a good day.